Hello, and welcome back to this edition of Daily Actives brought to you by Bootleg Macro. I'm Dustin. We are looking at Tesla once again, and today, of all days, was a very bad day, as you'd expect, because you probably were in the market. Now, the question is, when will the bleeding stop for Tesla? We can see on the 1 day, the 5 day, the 15 day, the 1 month, and the 3 month, we are currently on a rolling negative return. And as you can tell here, boys and girls, if you watch my previous videos from yesterday, we have seen a complete change in the bullish sentiment. We now have VIX warning, VIX watch, storm brewing, and a VIX rising bull. These are bad times. The end may be nigh. Or not. If we look at the actual raw data here for Tesla, one of the things, if we look, we can see obviously going all the way through today, which is in the middle of September, the very end here, we have 2 days in a row with blue background with black lettering. That means it is 2 standard deviations below its 23-day moving average. We can see right next to it that the price is currently and has been below its 5-day moving average. The 5-day moving average is now below the 23-day moving average, and the price has been below the 23-day moving average since the 22nd of September. Now, if we want to look all the way across, what I can tell you, which is kind of concerning here, is that we saw a big volume spike tonight. Yesterday, we saw 101 million shares traded. We actually saw we've seen over 100 million shares traded. And recently, we've seen actually the shares drop until today. What's concerning is that seeing 136 million shares traded today, we did get down $15 below the 23-day moving average, which is a 3 standard deviation move below that. We're now negative again, as I've said before, on the 1 day, 5 day, 15 day, 1 month, 3 month end. We're still positive in the 6 month. Now, what's interesting to me is that we're seeing what appears to be a transition. We're seeing a transition where if you look here, we've seen volatility rising for most of the middle of September. Today was the first day where we got a volatility falling. And if you've watched my videos before, you know that I believe truly and very deeply that when volatility is falling, that is when the true trend exposes itself. So it's quite concerning that we've actually rolled over in volatility since the 21st, and we've been falling lower every single day. Now, if we look at what we have in the Tesla signals, we do have a go short on the short term and intermediate term. Those have taken over for the go longs. We do have bearishness in the short term and intermediate term. We do have a bearish, what will be the first one on the longer term as well. We look here at the rolling sentiment. We do have a falling bear. We've had that for quite a while. It looks like we're at 39%. We're even going to fall a little bit lower down here. This is a representation of the ultra fast sentiment, which is the 2-day average of bullishness. We are at the 51% and falling to 49% as of tomorrow. Things don't look great. They look incredibly bearish. And if we look at the actual trading signals here, what I find to be quite concerning, to be honest, from a bear perspective, is that we have, as of tomorrow, we'll have 6 of the bear key 3, only have 3 of the bull key 3. We've got a small bear. It just looks like things have essentially rolled over in Tesla. And I do want to call out this VIX because I highlighted it at the beginning. This is where you get to see the VIX warnings, the VIX watch, the VIX storm brewing. As you can tell, VIX has been on a go long, it looks like, on the short term, intermediate term, and longer term ever since the 22nd of September. You don't think that's a big deal? Well, look at your returns. And if we want to roll over, one thing I want to call out here is we've seen a VIX rising bull ever since it looks like the 15th of August, or the 15th of September, excuse me. That is exactly when it gave us our close longs, open short signal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This one definitely did. We're looking back here at Tesla. We can see the chart. It's essentially been up, it's been down, but it definitely doesn't stop trending. That's the thing. We look at the overall daily sentiment trade range, or the daily sentiment indicator here. What we can see is essentially we're falling back below that 15-day moving average. We're back below 50%, and it looks like things have essentially rolled over from where we hit this bottom on the 21st of August. We are starting to see lower bullishness in the overall Tesla, which is concerning because it's one of the most important stocks in the entire market. And again, if we look at that volume, you can see the volume broke up above the 15-day moving average of volume while the price fell. Not great. If we look at the volatility, we can see the volatility is actually falling. Unfortunately, correlation is also rising. So as volatility is falling and correlation is rising, that means that price is going to fall, boys and girls. 2 negatives can make a positive in the stock market if you know about derivatives. Now, if we look here at the daily trade range, what we can see is we are getting very close to the bottom. The bottom is 230. The top is 285. I'm not sure what's going to happen. All I can say is that right now, if we look at where we are in the weekly range, we still have a lot further to fall. We could fall all the way to 151, which I know people don't believe, but we fell lower in January of this year. When the price at the bottom of the range was even lower, we fell all the way to 106, and we made a huge rebound. And now we look at the daily ultra fast sentiment. We can see up close. This is exactly what we looked at. This is the 2-day averaging out of the 10-day bullish sentiment. We can see it's starting to roll over. We have not necessarily hit below 50% yet. We're at 51. We're not below the 15-day moving average, but things are getting worse by the minute. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Are you long? Are you short? Do you like it? Do you love it? Is this even a good review? And before you go, subscribe to the New High newsletter. We give you 25 stocks to your inbox every single Sunday. Stocks between $5 and $20, breaking out stocks between stocks breaking out to 1-year highs, stocks breaking out to 52-week highs. It is a great list for you to get your trading week started. I'll talk to you soon.